Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. As a little bonus video for today, I wanted to share with you a December skincare bulletin, a rundown of all that's been going on in the skincare world for the past couple of months. I used to film this style of content all the time here on the channel, but for some reason I stopped. Well, quite a lot has happened in the last couple of months when it comes to skincare, and none of the news stories in themselves warranted a standalone video, but I thought I'd hate for you guys to miss out, so let's pull them all together in a bit of an update or a bulletin, which is the purpose of today's video. So, sit back, relax, let's talk all that skincare news. Now, before we get into this, I would love to know, is this a series that you'd like to see me bring back as a permanent feature here on the channel? If it is, reach down and give this video a thumbs up and a like. That'll show to me that this is the sort of content that you guys want to see, and I'm always here to create the content that interests you guys the most. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. We've got quite a lot to cover, so let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. Kicking things off with the new Jared Leto skincare line. It's called 29 Palms, and it brands itself as like a skincare and a lifestyle brand. No. This is shades of Brad Pitt, if you ask me. Do you remember when Brad Pitt did his La Dominique skincare range? Everyone was like, oh, this is a bit left field. Oh, it's pricey. It's kind of the same thing with the Jared Leto one. I'm actually a bigger fan of Jared Leto than I am of Brad Pitt, but I still wouldn't be spending my money on this skincare line. It's overpriced, and there's nothing here that really excites me, which is, again, why I didn't want to do like a standalone video featuring this. I think it's just another like cash grab that hopefully in 2023 we'll see a lot less of. I know most celebrities now have a skincare range. Some of them are good, like the Hailey Bieber Rhode skincare one I think is great. Some of their products are really effective. But I think the Brad Pitt, the Jared Leto line, it's just not that great. J-Lo with her olive oil products, no. It's just a firm no. And I think it's a shame because I think this, again, feeds into that cash grab, which I hope doesn't actually turn people off the skincare industry, because there are some really great affordable products out there. But the Jared Leto line, probably nothing to see here. Another celebrity skincare launch comes courtesy of Caroline Hirons. Now, I'm loath to call this like a celebrity launch because Caroline is so much more than that. You know, she cut her teeth in the beauty industry and has been one of the biggest skincare influencers of the past 10 to 15 years. I know so many of you guys out there, you know, really get so much knowledge and help when it comes to your own skincare journey from the content which Caroline produces. And so it comes as no surprise that she's created her own range of products. In this case, it's two retinoid serums, like a beginner strength and a higher potency one. I was quite interested to see this, A, because the packaging is gorgeous, so it kind of caught my eye straight away. And like I say, I do have respect for Caroline the Hustle and the amount of work that she's put in over the years. My main reason for not purchasing this just comes down to that price point. £79 for a retinoid serum is quite high and up there where you compare and contrast it to some of the other options in the market. You're also not getting anything particularly special for the extra price point that they're looking to charge for this, which I think is a shame. So they are formulated with a really gentle form of retinol alongside bakuchiol, which will dial up the benefits you're going to get, and some vitamin E. I think this is going to be great if you have sensitive skin, and I love the fact that it comes with a really comprehensive like user guide to help you understand and use the product correctly. However, I prefer retinol, which I just find to be one of the most potent over-the-counter options, and you can get it at a fraction of the cost of what the Caroline Hirons brand is charging. I definitely think, you know, if you love Caroline and the content she creates and you want a super gentle anti-aging retinoid, this could be a great option for you, but I just think there are some cheaper ones on the market. But sound off in the comment section below if you have any experience with these products, if you tried them. What are your thoughts, feelings and opinions? Now, I think one of the biggest news stories to come out of the last couple of days was the announcement from The Ordinary that they're discontinuing their colours range. Their colours range comprises of their serum foundations, their standard foundations and their concealers. Now, I think this has come as a bit of a shock to a lot of people. They were actually one of the poorest sellers from the Ordinary collection. The brand was actually really clear about that in their press release to say they just weren't selling the volumes, and you know, people just weren't that excited by the products, which is why they decided to discontinue it. However, on the back of that, lots of people have said, oh no, this was like my holy grail, I love these products. And I think it's always a case of, you know, we really know the value of something when we don't have it anymore. And I know this is going to come as a surprise to a lot of people that absolutely love their colours range. For me, I tried a lot of their products when it came to their foundations, particularly their concealers, and I enjoyed them, but I found I just wasn't repurchasing them time and time again. There are some better options. I thought, you know, it was really difficult to colour match online. I don't think it gave a very accurate representation of the colour and how it would sit after it's had, you know, like 5 minutes to oxidise on the skin. So often people reach for a product that maybe looked great on application, but, you know, 2 or 3 minutes later just wasn't matching their skin tone. Overall, though, I do know a lot of people really enjoy this product. So if you wanted to stock up while you can, apparently there's still loads of stock online. I've left some links in the description box below to where you can get them. They're discontinuing the serum foundations and concealers from February and the standard foundations from June. So there's still plenty of time to buy it if you would like to. But I'm not surprised that these have been discontinued, but I know it will come as a shock and disappointment to a lot of people out there. Now, a skincare news story that lots of you guys have been reaching out asking for my thoughts, feelings and opinions on is the recent news that the Selfless by Hyram line has been dropped by Sephora. So when Selfless by Hyram launched, one of their biggest retailers that they partnered with was Sephora. I think they've been in partnership now for like a year and a half, but recently the Selfless by Hyram products have disappeared from the shelves in a lot of Sephora locations, and they're also no longer available on their website. This has led a lot of people to say, has the brand been discontinued completely? Kind of what's happening, what's going on? Well, I did a little bit of a digging, and no, the brand hasn't been discontinued. You can still buy it through Cult Beauty and the Selfless by Hyram website. But Sephora definitely won't be selling the products in the long term, which is probably why we started to see a lot of the Selfless by Hyram products at TK Maxx, also known as TJ Maxx, at Winners, and some of the other discount retailers. I think Sephora were trying to clear their stock, so this is quite common practice where, you know, the big department stores and chains will give stock that they no longer want to keep in their stores to these discount chains that can sell them at a lower price to kind of clear the decks. The brand is still continuing from what I can see, but won't be available in Sephora physical locations or online. And this isn't a massive shock. You know, often brands will partner with these big department stores, and over time, you know, things change. Clearly, Sephora weren't getting the volume of sales that was needed in order for them to sustain the product in store. And I think that's probably for a couple of reasons. I think the price, but I've said this before, I think the price point was mismatched. The demographic is, you know, Gen Z, the younger demographic that are likely to pay, you know, maximum of like $20 for a serum, and you're asking to pay for like 30 or 40. You were never really going to get the volume of sales that maybe Sephora needed in order to justify continue stocking it. I also think the Selfless by Hyram website always had sales on. Like there's 50% off at the moment over on there, which Sephora obviously can't replicate without taking, you know, a hit on their margins. Sephora did used to always try and match any Selfless by Hyram discounts that were going on the main website, but of course that minimizes their margins and profit that they make off it. So they've clearly just taken the decision that this isn't a brand that's worth taking up retail space, shelf space, when they could be looking at some other products. I think, you know, this is a shame for people that you reached out to Sephora in order to get their hands on these products, but I think, you know, declaring this is the end of the brand completely is a little bit premature. We'll see where things go from here, but I would just, you know, the reason I wanted to cover this is to say, just because a brand is dropped from a physical location, you know, a partnership store, doesn't mean that the brand is completely done. Often brands will work or test the waters with different retailers. Some it works out with, some it doesn't. In this case, it hasn't worked out, probably for a variety of reasons, but who knows what the future holds, and there'll probably be other retailers that maybe will be able to make it work in their locations. Finally, let's end on a high and talk about the relaunch of the Lacura Vitamin C range. So I love the Lacura Vitamin C collection when it launched like 2 years ago, but it's been out of stock for a whole long period of time. Lacura is the skincare brand stocked by Aldi, which is a huge discount retailer here in the UK and Europe, and their skincare products are amazing. Their vitamin C's were always so well received, and they've actually revamped the collection and relaunched. Definitely get yourself to an Aldi, get some in your basket, try them out because you will absolutely love them. I think the standouts of the new relaunch collection are going to be their vitamin C serum, which has a 15% stabilized ascorbic acid and a 5% polyhydroxy acid, which is amazing for like resurfacing the skin, bringing back luminosity and vibrancy. It's like an exfoliator and a vitamin C in one. They also do a caffeine and vitamin C eye gel, which, whilst I haven't tried, does look beautiful for the formulation. And as soon as I finish filming this, I'm hopping straight down to Aldi. I'm going to put the whole collection in my basket. Let me know if you'd like to see a rundown and review of this line. Let me know in the comments section below, but definitely I know this is going to sell out really quick, so if you have the time, get to Aldi. You won't be disappointed with any of these because their skincare is just so good, and I'm really pleased because I'm always an advocate of doing good quality skincare on a budget, and Lacura make it so easy. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of some of the skincare news stories doing the rounds at the moment. Let me know if there's any skincare news that I've missed out on. Sound off in the comments section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, I love your skin. Take care. Bye.